Hello, welcome back to another video tutorial here at Geekatplay Studios. My name is Gary Miller. Today I want to show you a quick and easy way to make a clapboard or a wooden siding for a house. And rather than take the traditional approach where you create some boards and then try to agonize over figuring out how to offset them and then use the multiple copies tool. That's kind of a pain in the neck, and I still haven't figured out how to do it that way. This, I think, is a much easier way and will allow for easy UV mapping. Okay, so this is my building, let's just say, and I want to make wooden boards to go along the side. So what I'm going to do is select a side here and come over here and use the extract tool. Let me hide the rest of this. So now we've separated that wall from the rest of the object. I'm going to come down here to Tessellation by slice, hold down Shift, cut a line right through my object there. Select that line, come up here, and I'm going to double that, and I'm just going to eyeball it. The beauty about this is it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, this once we create this wooden siding, I'm going to distort it a little bit and beat it up. So definitely I'm not looking for precision here. Okay, I'm going to select these and I'm going to come down here and duplicate these again. Now I may run into trouble. Okay, yeah, I'm going to run into trouble here. Ideally what I want is all of my lines to come upwards. But this tool does fail a little bit in that it's not evenly spacing them. Some of them are going up, some of them are going down. So I'm just going to have to do some of these manually. Wrong tool there. There we are. And I think I should be able to get away with doing this one like that. Okay. Now if you want more boards on your house, by all means, go ahead and make more boards, but this is the amount that I'm going to do for mine right now. It's certainly enough to illustrate the technique. Okay, let's hide the house again. What I want to do is select all of these, and again, I may not be successful in doing so. I want to duplicate them one more time, and yeah, tool's not going to perform as I want it to. So I will just duplicate these and offset them just a little bit. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. The nice thing about this is the precision and exactness is not required. In fact, the more sloppy and poor job you do, ultimately the better the effect. And this last one. Okay, I'm going to select all of these bottom ones here. Whoops, there we are. And I'm just going to move them back. And if I want, I can move them up. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit and have a look at what it is that we've just created. There is the siding for our house or whatever other structure we want it to be. So that looks just too perfect. Let's beat it up a little bit and make it look a little more aged. First thing I'm going to do is come over here to select faces, and I will select this face right here, and I'm going to use the Disassociate tool, because what that tool does is it doesn't make it two objects out of one. It just disconnects it or disassociates this piece of geometry from the rest of the object. And I will grab this edge and I'll bend it out a little bit. Make it look like the board has warped over the years. And I will come down to, say, this one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a slice right down the middle, roughly down the middle. Select that top one and disassociate. Select that one and disassociate that. Now the only way I can do what it is that I want to do is I can't grab a point here because these two points are overlapping. I can't select one, so I'll just select an edge right here and I'll just bring it down just a little bit. Use my snap align tool and pop that into place. Now I have a nice split right down the middle. It makes it look like the board has split over the years. There we go. And okay, we've got this one pulled out. Let's come down here, select another one, disassociate that one, and I will bend this one inwards a little bit. And I will take this edge and I will move it back. There we are. It wouldn't look right if that edge was sticking out. Let's make sure, and I could do the same thing with this edge. That one needs to go back. Okay, piece of cake. Let's re-enable the rest of our building and let's see what we've got. Okay, it's looking okay so far. Let's do a couple other things. Let's make this one a little bit shorter. There we are. And let's make this one a little bit shorter. Now I'm going to select this edge right here. Now I have not disassociated this face, and that is important to disassociate the face, because look what happens if I try to make it shorter. It's still connected to these other polygons. So if I want to make a board shorter or longer, I've got to disassociate it first. Now you can see what it does when I try to move it, shorten or lengthen it. So that helps with that problem if I were to shorten it. Let's re-enable our building. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's make this one a little bit shorter. There we go. And we can reduce the thickness of that one, or the width of it. There we are. Now we got lots of space in between there. I think maybe I'll even grab this other one here and move this one in just a little bit also. Okay, you get the idea. Now we've got a small problem. There's no depth to these. So to solve that problem, I'm just going to select the edges that need to have depth applied to them. Now chances are you won't see this bottom edge that I last selected, but what the heck, I'll go ahead and select it anyway. I mean, it's only an extra polygon or so, it's not going to kill us. And any other short ones? No, I think that's it. Oh, I could select that one there. Okay, I'm just going to use the fast extrude button and extrude them inwards like that. Now if we re-enable our building, we've got boards that have thickness to them. Well, that looks good, but what are you going to do with it now? Well, let's come over to here and click on split screen view, and we're going to UV map this really quickly and really easily. So come over and click on your UV paint tab. I'm going to apply a planar projection to it. Now you may not have yours looking like this. It may look like that. So however it looks, you definitely want to play with the X, Y, and Z axis projection so that you have it nice and flat like that. Okay, now if we zoom in, you see that because we applied a flat projection to it, it doesn't show any depth on these side polygons here. See these two here. Let me select all of these. This thing is upside down. And let me flip it upwards. There we go. Okay, these two polygons are right here, and there's no separation between them, so we're going to run into a little bit of a UV problem there. So to solve that problem, I'm just going to select the inside one, and then I'll just drag it out. Probably a little too much. And I'm just going to do the same thing with these other ones here. Select that one, select that one. Only the ones that I have extruded do I need to do this to. Just a little minor surgery. Now you can move it inwards. The problem with that, and it's not a big problem, is that you will have a bookend matching texture appearance here. So what I will do is I will move them out like I should, and then once we apply a texture to this, I'll move them back in and you'll see what I'm talking about. And now we need to select all these here on the ends. Let me see, is that the one I want? I want that one. No, I want that one. There we are. And I will bring that down. Select the next one, bring that down. I'm going to turn off this texture checker because it makes it difficult to see my edges. There, that's a little easier. Select that one, drag it down, select that one. Select that one, drag those down, select that one, and where is, I didn't do one on that one because you're not going to see it. Select that one, oh no, not that one, that one, and I'll just drag them down. That one, drag it down. Select those, drag them down. Okay. Now I went ahead and did this earlier and created a texture for this, and I'll go ahead and just bring it in and apply it. Let's come back to a full screen here. And there is our siding for our building. It looks like it is, you know, something from an old building. Splits, spaces in between, stuff didn't quite line up. It looks good. Now we've got a small problem over here where the UV map stretched out beyond the edge of our texture. So let's come back to split screen. and this is the offending area right here. See, our texture only covers this grid pattern, so we have gone beyond the boundaries of it. So what we could do is select everything and just bring it all in just a tiny bit. And almost got it there. Now this one here has gotten stretched out and distorted. And let's look at our edges. They look good. Now here's what happens if you drag it the opposite direction. This is how it originally was, and that doesn't look good. If you drag it this way, you see the texture on this side where my cursor is now being applied on this side. You got that bookend match look. If you drag it over this way, well, you don't quite have that same look. So it depends on how it appears. You can go both ways. If you don't want to extend out beyond the edge of your UV map, then just drag it inwards. You may or you may not have problems with the visual display. And we've got some problems here. So what I will do is select that, come over here to Disassociate, select that point, and I will drag it down. And now it's not twisted and warped like it was before. Select that one, disassociate that, select that edge, let's bring it in. There we are. And you need to probably do the same with the other ones as well. So this is really fairly easy, and it provides for a good rustic, aged, weather and abused wood siding for any building that you would want to make. Now, after you've gone through all that work, it'd be a waste of time to do the same thing all the way over here. So I'm just going to delete that side, select the one that we just worked on, Control D, duplicate that, and let's move it right over here, rotate it around 180 degrees, snap align tool, snap there, and now we've got half of our building done. And it looks good. Even though one is the duplicate of the other, you can only see one at a time, so you would never know. And so this is creating wooden siding for an old, weathered, beaten, abused building, done right here very easily in Hexagon. So thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope it helped you out. And my name's Gary Miller. Have a good day.